Hi, it's Jen from Polk County Public Libraries here with December's Teen Take-A-Make Craft. So go ahead and pick up your free kit at Columbus or Saluda Library this month while supplies last. We are going to make a crystal snowflake. So this kit does contain borax. Just be super careful, wash your hands after you make your crystal snowflake. Also wanted to let you know we're going to go through the steps in this video, but whatever cup or jar you use to put your snowflake in, make sure that's not something that's your favorite, because it is difficult to get those borax crystals out of it that have stuck to the jar. Also stay tuned to the end of this video for some information about our December teen program, which is an awesome Japanese New Year event. Alright, let's get started. Alright, so in your kit you have 2 containers of borax and 2 white pipe cleaners to make your crystal snowflake. You are also going to need a pair of scissors, a pencil, and a glass jar or cup of boiling water. So this is a project you really need to do with an adult. Borax can irritate your skin and eyes, and you should definitely not inhale it, ingest it, so be careful with that, and make sure you wash your hands after this project. It also uses boiling water, so we want to make sure we have an adult to help us with that. So you're going to need a glass jar or cup that can handle hot water, that is dishwasher and microwave safe. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do, we're going to get out our pipe cleaners and we're going to make the base of our snowflake. So you will probably actually only need one of these. And you're going to take that pencil or pen or stick. You can go get a stick out of the yard. Any just piece like this. This is just what we're going to use to hang it over the jar. So it doesn't have to be a pencil. So you're going to twist it around your pencil or stick, and then you're going to cut to make that first little part of your snowflake. Alright, then from what I cut off, I'm going to cut that in half. And I'm going to wrap that around the other part of the pipe cleaner that is already attached to the pencil. So I'm going to wrap that in kind of a diagonal. And then I'm going to wrap that third piece around as well. And you want to just make it so that it looks like a snowflake to you. You do have that second pipe cleaner if you want to make more elaborate snowflake. You certainly can. You want to make sure that when you put it in the jar, it doesn't touch the sides. So it's going to actually have to be smaller than I thought. So I am going to trim it up a bit and just make sure that it can fit in my jar without any of these sides of the snowflake touching the jar for when we crystallize it. So let's see. Alright, so that is perfect. It is going in my jar, however it is a little short. So what I might do to make it stick down farther in the jar is I might take that other extra pipe cleaner and tie it together. And I don't want it too long because I also don't want it to touch the bottom of the jar. But I'm gonna make a little extension with the other piece of pipe cleaner. Alright, that is perfect. So it's not touching any of the sides, it's not touching the bottom. So now what I'm going to do is add my boiling water. So you want to get boiling water. Make sure you have an adult present to boil the water. And once you have that boiling water in your cup or glass that is safe for hot water, you're going to mix that borax in about half of a container at a time. So you will need a spoon or popsicle stick or something to mix that with. And you're going to want it to dissolve. And then you're going to put your pipe cleaner in. So I'm going to go get my boiling water and I'll be back to show you how to complete this project. Okay, so I have my boiling hot water in my jar. And now I'm going to add that borax, about half a container at a time. And I'm going to stir it up. And make sure it dissolves. You have some chunks. I want to break those up ahead of time. I should have done that. Alright, and keep adding both containers of your borax because we want to have lots of crystals on our snowflake. Alright, I'm going to get that second container out. Pour about half of that in. And remember, this can irritate your skin or your eyes. If you want to wear gloves, if you're very sensitive, just make sure you are safe and not do anything that's going to bother you. Definitely do not drink this water or eat the borax. That would be very bad. Alright, and mine actually spilled in my bag, so I have a little bit left. I'm going to go ahead and just add it all in. Alright, keep stirring. Make sure that dissolves all the way. And I'm going to tell you some of the science behind what we're doing while we're dissolving our borax. So borax, hot water will hold more borax crystals than cold water. So that's why we're using this boiling hot water. That is because heated water molecules move farther apart, making room for more of the borax crystals to dissolve. When no more of the solution can be dissolved, you've reached saturation, and then as the solution cools, the water molecules move closer together again. Now there's less room for the solution to hold on to, and so crystals begin to form and build on one another as the water lets go of its excess and evaporates. So that's what's going to happen over the next 24 hours as your snowflake sits in this borax water. And then what I'm describing happens with the borax is also what happens to snowflakes. So as water cools, the molecules move closer together and they make a six-sided crystal to make a snowflake. Alright, once you've stirred that up really well, you're going to stick your snowflake down in that jar. We've already tested it to make sure it's not touching the bottom or the sides of the jar, and you'll let it sit for 24 hours at least, and then let's see what our crystal snowflake looks like tomorrow.